my beautiful glam fam, and welcome to today's video. We're gonna go over all of my fall favorites. I am gonna do just kind of a voiceover and just relaxing music in the beginning, and we're just gonna kind of walk you through my favorite base routine right now. And then the eyeshadow look will be in a different video. You will have already seen that, so I will flip the card right there. But we're just gonna cover some of these favorites that I've been loving and just have some fun. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get glowing.
Let's go, girl.
All right, Glam Fam, we're just gonna jump into the base routine first, and I will have everything listed down in the description box below, as well as that QR code, and you can just scan that if that's easier for you, if you're watching it on your big screen or on a laptop. If you're on your phone, I don't really know how to do that, but I will leave the directions right there if you have an Android, because my beautiful sissy taught me how to do that. I have an iPhone, so I couldn't practice. I don't know how to get a QR code when I'm on my iPhone. So in that case, all the links that you can that will be clickable. It is also going to be right here. So I do have a partnership with YouTube where we have like shopping links now. So you can just click it right there as well. But everything as far as like the products that I will have on, because this will be individual, but for my everything I have on my face will be on that QR code right there. So you can just scan that. It's a new thing, and I know you guys have been really loving it. So let's jump into this base routine. And you guys always know I start off with my dermatology eye patches. Can't do any look without that. It just really hydrates my under eyes and really preps it for a good concealer look. And you can always use my code Kristi20 and get 20% off of all the dermatology products that I talk about in today's video and any other products I've talked about. I do have my full skincare routine on my blog. And again, I will put the QR code right there. So it will walk you through my AM and PM, my full routine. So definitely go check that out. It's KristiAllure.com, and you can save up to 20% off with that, with most of those links that I have on there. Actually, all of my skincare, you either get 15% off or 20% off. And I use Calisime in dermatology. That's pretty much it. I always go in with my Calisime. This is that multi-action moisturizer. It just, especially right now, my skin is so ultra dry that just really deeply moisturizes my skin. They have the best anti-aging products on the market, you guys. Truly, you know how much I love my dermatology, but there's an ingredient that I will talk about in my blog, and I've talked about on previous videos. So I will put my skincare videos right there, the playlist. And I went into the science and all of that of what Calisime does. It's so unique to the market that nobody has this ingredient, and it was designed and created by actual scientists. And they have very minimal ingredients. Like a lot of their stuff is just like a few ingredients. And it really concentrates on that one main ingredient that just does magical things on your face. And I always use their Calisime Pro. I use the Professional. I know some of you have purchased it and really like that stuff. And that really just takes away hyperpigmentation like nobody else. Like seriously, there's no other product that will fade your hyperpigmentation like that. I had scars from a surgery, completely faded it so beautifully. So I really, really love that stuff. And that's the Pro Pigment Solution. And I also like their brightening under eye cream. So good. And I use their Recovery Night Complex for my nighttime routine. Amazing. But I used that moisturizer before I went in with all of my other products. And I always usually do that about 15 minutes or even longer before I put on most of my base makeup. And then I go in with my water cream, because you guys know dermatology water cream is my kind of my makeup prep, like before I do my primers. Just amazing. I do let that soak in for a couple minutes, and I don't want it to be too wet before I go in with my next product, but you guys know how much I love my moisturizer. I did start off with the Tower 28. I forgot to mention this. I pull this out mainly during the winter time and fall. This is the Tower 28 SOS spray. You guys know this has like 2 ingredients. Again, they have a key ingredient here that is very unique to Tower 28. I can't use all of their products because they have a lot of coconut oil, but the SOS line is perfection. And you guys know I raved about that last year and I think the year before, but that stuff is incredible. So I did start off with that before I did any of my other stuff because I like to use that and then put my moisturizers over it. And then I went in with my NYX. You guys know Frizzy Face is just holy grail of mine. You know how much I love that stuff. I tried the Huda Beauty. I have the whole Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation review with the primer. You guys can check that out. But that primer I ended up returning, even though I used my points on it, because I was like, even if I mean, it was still $19 and I was like, I can get $19 back. I just didn't think it was that amazing. And I love my NYX Frizzy Face, you guys. I keep that in the refrigerator. It's so cooling and so smoothing on the skin. And then I went in with my Dermatology #1 primer, Dermatology #1 primer. I'm speaking too fast. And I just smooth out those pores because it's just incredible. My beautiful cousin, Sissy, her daughter, hi Kaylee, I bought that for her birthday and she fell in love with it. And my cousin's like, give me your link because I need to order her some more. So I love that. She's like in her teens in high school. So really great, especially for people who break out and stuff like that. It's really gonna smooth without irritating or clogging the pores like a Benefit professional will. So before I go in with my foundation, I am going to show you guys how I use the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the foundation stick, like the Glow foundation stick. Now this, I don't use it as a foundation. I have a full review on it. You can check that out where I did compare it to the Hollywood Flawless filter. So side by side, you guys will be able to see all of that. So definitely check out that video. But that was shade 4 I used in this video. I like shade 3, which is 3 Fair, a little bit more from my skin tone and my undertones. And it really did give me that beautiful highlight. And you could just walk out the door without any foundation and it looks stunning, you guys. And it doesn't accentuate your pores or any of that stuff. I really, really like that foundation stick. And you can use it over your foundation or under your foundation. I just wanted to show you guys both ways. And then I went in with my foundation. So I went in with Fiji and shade 2-3 from L'Oreal. You guys know Maybelline Skin Tint is just my holy grail. But I have been, because this one's a little bit darker, I've been mixing that with my NARS Sheer Glow. This is Sheer Glow, not NARS Light Reflecting. That one has so many pore clogging ingredients. Stay away from that one if you guys have enlarged pores or any type of acne prone skin. I know it's a fan favorite, but it's one of their newer foundations, but that one is a pore clogger. I mix those alongside, you guys know, my Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal, and that is in the shade Fair. And I mix those 3 together, and it just gives you this most beautiful foundation finish ever. Now I can get the same look with my Maybelline, so either one works. It's just the Maybelline's a little bit lighter and I do have a self tan on right now, so that's the only reason why I went with the L'Oreal one. But I get the same effect with the Maybelline 118, which is my shade in Maybelline. But that is just so incredibly beautiful. I just really love the way that looks. My skin looks like skin, but better, and it gives me that coverage. So beautiful. Then I went in with my Hourglass Cotton Concealer, because you guys know that's just my #1 concealer. I do have a full review on the new Westman Atelier concealer, which is really good, but it has pore clogging ingredients, so your girl can't use that one. But I really love my Hourglass. You guys know this is just by far the #1 concealer. I just don't know what I would do without this concealer. And it's just so smoothing and pretty, and it just looks so good. And I go in with my Dose of Color sponge because I find that with this type of concealer, because it does have so much pigment, it just blends out so effortlessly with the concealer. And then I went in with my One Size powder, and this is the Stands Out Beauty Puff. I really love this puff, you guys. It is so, so good. It's not, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I like my Makeup Forever one a little bit more, but it's a nice affordable option. It comes with a bigger one as well, and you can pick these up on Amazon. And I will use the Stands Out Beauty Sponge in a different video because I forgot to do it in this one. But I really like that little duo. It's a good little dupe to my Makeup Forever one, but there's something about the texture of the Makeup Forever ones. But these did wash really nice. The big one didn't wash as good as the little one did, but that's okay. I always throw them in my washer with my darks because I usually wash that on cold. But anyway, I really like the way it did apply that one size powder, and you guys know that's the only way I can set that under eye area. It's just the absolute best, and that is in shade 2R. And then I take my Charlotte Tilbury medium airbrush powder. You guys know that powder. I tried to leave that out the other day. I had the worst makeup day. So I know it's a lot of powders for some people, but this works for my skin. You gotta do what works best for you. I'm using the bigger Stands Out Beauty Puff, and I'm just pressing that into the skin, and it just like, boom, magical. Just no more pores. It's so pretty. And then I go in with my Chantecaille powder in Petal, because you guys know that really just smooths out those under eyes so beautifully. And I just really love the way it blurs everything out. Again, do what works for you. These are the powders that work for me and just leave me a flawless makeup look all day long. Love it. But I forgot I wanted to show you guys how I have been utilizing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer. So I took off all my makeup and I'm just showing you guys because I wanted to do contour as well, and I forgot that because I got so carried away. So after I took everything off and reapplied the same exact method, I ended up going in with my Rare Beauty contour stick. By far, that's my favorite contour stick. Just the absolute best. The really beautiful Bright Side is the perfect contour shade for me and my skin tone if you were a twinsy to me. Now I'm so excited because Patrick Tall restocked this brush, and I love this for a contour brush. It is by far my favorite cream contour brush because of that head. It really is shaped in such an angular way to fit into the contours of your face that just do the work for you. You don't even have to worry about your contour with this brush because it will just do the work for you. It's that good. So I blended out the contour. It just blends out effortlessly, you guys. And then I went in with a little bit more of the Charlotte Tilbury 3 Fair stick and just highlighted over that concealer a little bit just to give that glow back. After I did the Charlotte Tilbury glow stick, I ended up, because I wanted to make sure I'm really kind of covering up the pore areas, and sometimes even though it doesn't accentuate it, I just don't want any type of glow there. So I just went in with my Surratt Perfectionist and I just kind of tapped it in with my BK Beauty A504 and started doing the eyeshadow base as well because I love that for my eyeshadow base. That's probably my favorite eyeshadow base right now. It's so good. It's such a multi-purpose product, and you can always use my code and get 15% off. I'll put it right there. I'll have the QR code right there where you can just easily scan that and shop that Perfectionist palette. I can't live without this palette. It is my monthly favorite. It will be my yearly favorite. It will be every year favorite. It's just that product I cannot live without, like my Chantecaille powder. Can't live without those two products. So good. Then I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in Amber. I did the review on it years ago. I have not picked up this product in a long time, and I'm trying to revisit my old makeup, and let me tell you guys, I love this cream bronzer, and I really just concentrate on the areas where you would put bronzer so it's not so structured. But it is a really beautiful shade. It is a little too yellow undertoned, but I still love the way it looks on my skin once I put all of the other products on. And I use my Sonia G brush. I just really effortlessly puts the bronzer on. It's small enough where it's not gonna get all over my face too, because I have smaller cheekbone area. And then I took my Sweet Beauty Cream Blush because I forgot I wanted to use that too, because that is one of my favorites. And that is in the shade Lucky, a really beautiful pinky, almost has like a peachy pink, like a coral. It's just so beautiful. This formula is so blurring and so flexible. You can put this over powder, but I do like it a little bit better underneath powder. And then I went in with my powders again, same drill. I'll just show you guys right there. After I powdered up the skin, I went in with my Surratt contour powder in Griselle. Just going over those contour areas. It's the only contour powder I love, you guys. It's my favorite. It will always be my favorite. It's my holy grail. Then I went in with L'Oreal, which is a highlighter, and that is the most beautiful, forgiving, mature skin highlighter. If you're like, Kristi, I don't really like highlighters, but I want some type of glow. Do you see that? I don't have a highlighter on. That is just L'Oreal. It is so incredibly beautiful on the skin. You can see right there. It's like, it makes your skin look like porcelain skin with a highlighted cheekbone. Truly, that Japanese slurry formula that Surratt uses is unlike anything else on the market. You will never find anything else on the market that compares to those powders. Then I went in with my Gucci bronzer in shade 2 and just bronzed up the skin a little bit there. Then I went in with my blush from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the blush, mini blush and glow in shade Fair Medium. I like the deep tan one as well for my more bronzed looks, but I love this one. This formula is insanely good. So, so good. So blurring and pigmented and easy to blend. Just looks so healthy and beautiful on the skin. And then I went in with my Swede Beauty powder, and that's the loose powder, and this is the Miracle powder, and it truly is a miracle. I mean, it's called a miracle, but it really is a miracle. It leaves like this filter on your face. You don't even need a filter. It's that good. And that is in shade Light, and I can only apply it with my Surratt face brush. This is the Artisque face brush. This has the softest bristles out of any Japanese fude brush I have ever bought. It is literally the best powder brush on the market. Like, there's nothing better than this brush, and it just distributes powders so light that you never get cakey, and you just get the most blurred look ever. Just that combination right there is, again, products I can't live without, and monthly favorite. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are like gold star products. I can't rave about them enough. I still don't like to leave anything too shiny right there, so I went in with my Chantecaille Petal Powder again. It's just smoothing and airbrushing that area where I just want it to look soft there, I should say. I want a soft matte look right there. And then I went in with my Hourglass Trio Ambient Palette, and this is volume 3. I've talked about this before, you guys. I love this palette so, so much. I have been using this palette since it launched, which was what, a couple years ago. This is actually a finishing powder for darker skin tones, so it really just kind of blends and meshes all of my blush and bronzers together and leaves the most beautiful bronzy glow to the skin. I can't explain it. It's just incredible, you guys. It's so good. So that is my base routine. It just is my favorite. A few other products, I don't want to get too carried away in this video, but this is a product I have been really liking. It's by Sephora Collection, and this is their Resurfacing Body Lotion 12-Hour Hydration, and it has 9% AHA and PHA with hyaluronic acid. I really like this. You get 200 mils and 6.76 ounces. That's pretty darn good. You're getting a lot of product in there, but I really like the consistency of this. Let me see. It doesn't really, to me, have like a strong like perfume scent or anything like that. That's the texture. It's more just I don't know how to explain it. It's so moisturizing though. I just really, really love this lotion. I run with this one. Like, I'll put this on because I'm wearing shorts, and it just never feels sticky. Like, you know, like some lotions, like I love my Nivea lotion because it's so moisturizing, leaves this beautiful gleam to the legs. Little trick, if you want to really show off your legs, Nivea is the best for that. I have been using that since I was a pro NBA dancer, and that was our little trick to get that little sheen on the body. But it makes you feel sticky. So I love that this one is knocking things over. It wouldn't be a video without Kristi knocking things over. This is incredible. Put this on your list. It's so good and it's affordable. A few dry shampoos I've been really loving lately. Kerastase. I've talked about this before. This is like the best dry shampoo in my opinion, the #1 dry shampoo. It has the most beautiful fragrance to it, yet it makes my hair feel clean, as I just messed up my hair. It's really good on my extensions, especially since I can't wash these too much right now. Like, I try not to wash them too much, and it just leaves nice volume too. I'll show you guys. It leaves nice, oh gosh, the smell is intoxicating. But what I like is there's no powdery residue. It doesn't feel sticky. Like, it never feels sticky. That's why I like this dry shampoo the most. I really liked the Olaplex one, but after a while, it just felt like I was building up residue, whereas this one, I never feel like I'm building up residue. And speaking of Kerastase, I have been loving this conditioner so much. I can't remember. It's in my shower right now, but I'll show you guys the packaging right there. God, I love that conditioner. It makes my hair so incredibly soft. That and this shampoo and conditioner that I got at my hair salon, I think it's called Hearts of Gold. I'll put the name right there. I can't ever remember the name, but it's for blondes, but they have they have a huge line, but this one in particular is for blondes. This is a really good purple shampoo for my girls that don't want it to be too toning. It's just more moisturizing and kind of toning at the same time. It does something really magical, but I really love that shampoo and deep conditioner. It's so nice. You can use that one a lot more frequently versus one with a lot of color, like a lot of purple pigment. You don't want to use those too often, where this one you can use a lot because the pigment isn't as strong as like a Christoph Robin or some other like a Mika one that's really strong and really gets that hair white blonde, where this one's a little bit more subtle, but so good, so good. And then I love KristiAllure products, you guys. I love KristiAllure products. They remind me, the smell reminds me of the Byredo Ghost Mojave. If you guys know Byredo Ghost Mojave, please raise your hand in the comments, drop a heart, because let me tell you, that is one of the best smells you will ever put on your body. That perfume is expensive, but it is so good. It's so good. And I bought the hair, like a hair oil spray. I put that sucker on and I combine it with my Baccarat perfume. And I tell you, let me tell you guys, I get so many compliments, like, what does that smell? What does that smell? And it's my Byredo in my hair, and somehow mixed with Baccarat, like the two of them together are just like, so good. Baccarat is one of my favorite perfumes. So Alt came out with Alt 23 is like a dupe to, they like make, there's another perfume brand, I can't think of the name right now. They reached out to me a long time ago, but I never really collaborated with them because I just never find the right dupe scents. But Alt 23 is supposed to be a Baccarat dupe. Does not smell like Baccarat, you guys. And I will have done a short on that. Maybe you might have seen it or you'll see it later on, but it just doesn't. It doesn't last. It's not the same smell. It's similar, but it's not. I mean, Baccarat is hard. It's a very expensive perfume, but it's hard to dupe. I bought it with my Nordstrom notes though. So anyway, love Baccarat. Chanel Chance, the pink one, that's my #1 perfume just because it's more affordable than Baccarat. But that, I want to say Chanel Chance last a little bit longer, in my opinion. Baccarat, for what you're paying, doesn't last as long, but the smell is intoxicating. It really is. It's the most beautiful bottle. And then let's go back to this KristiAllure dry conditioner. It's like a dry shampoo, but it's a dry conditioner. And this is supposed to leave like this instantly softening, shiny boost. And it is very weightless. And it's supposed to soak up the oil and odor, but leave a shine to your hair. I have this on that I sprayed earlier when I used my KristiAllure curling iron that I've been really liking. So sometimes with my shorter hairs, the air wrap is just harder for me when I want some type of a beachy wave. And I really like this one. It doesn't make my hair smell. I love my Bio-Ionic one, but that one's really long and it's a 1 inch where I needed a 1 1/4. The 1 1/4 I had from Babyliss was making my hair smell smoky, where I don't want that. This one never does. It's like it's protecting, but yet I still get that beautiful shine too. I really like this curling iron. I think I picked this up for like $40 out the door, between the $3.50 off and then the 10% off online pickup from Ulta. So you can get KristiAllure products at Ulta. They're affordable products, and something I bought this, where did I buy it? At Marshall's. I saw it one time. Then I didn't see it anymore at Marshall's, but then I was like, oh, Ulta has it. And they were recently on sale for like $9, and $11, and you use, if you combine it with something else for $15, you'll get the $3.50 off. That's how I girl math it, but really like this. And I picked up the dry shampoo version of it as well, and I like them both. So that's a really good, affordable one. If you're like, Kristi, I don't want to spend that much on Kerastase, I really, these are gonna be like my two brands that I go to for dry shampoo and dry my conditioner now. But for my workout days, I really like this Bumble and Bumble workout. And this is more of a liquidy spray. It's not gonna have like the aerosol spray, so I wouldn't use this when your hair's dry and you want it to stay looking pretty like this. I wouldn't spray that one in this one. I mean, you can, I'll show you footage, you can do it, but it's gonna leave it a little wet. This is more for my girls that work out, like I work out 5 days a week and pretty hard. So when I come back, my hair's a little wet. So I wanna make sure I am getting something in there in that scalp area to not make it stink, and it smells really, really good. So I like that one for my workout days, but I like these for just normal when I'm not working out or when I just want volume. I don't use a lot of texturizing sprays anymore. If I do, it's gonna be AZ Hair Care. AZ Hair Care has that one and Oribe, but I really like this AZ Hair Care one. This is a beautiful texture spray. I'll show you guys how I use that one. It is so good, and I think I have a code with them. If I do, I'll put it down in the description box below or right there, but I'll put the QR code right there where you can shop. I've been doing shorts on their stuff, so you can check out my shorts, but they have a whole line of really luxe looking products. I mean, they remind me a lot of Oribe, but for a little bit less. I mean, they're still pricey, but a little bit less than Oribe, but same type of packaging. I have this texturizing mold in my hair right now where for these like little flyaway things right there, they're perfect. Really love this line. It's so good, you guys. And this one doesn't make me break out, which I really, really like. And then they have a really nice hair oil. All of their packaging is so incredibly pretty with that gold. Oh, I'm obsessed with their packaging. And then I really like this Soothe Serum. I've been doing shorts on this one. And it just, again, you can put that instead of doing the molding. I like that for those little areas that are broken up here that I'm growing out that I want to stay down. But this is so weightless. Like, I love my Oribe one too, but it's really expensive. And this is a really good kind of less expensive version of that, but both of them are amazing. So those are AZ Hair Care products that I have been really loving. I'll show you guys right there. I just really like their line. I like working with their company too. They're really nice people. So those are some hair care products that I've been wanting to talk about lately, but I haven't gotten around to it because I've had so much makeup to go through. But those are all the products that I've just really been loving. Other products that I constantly reach for is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet. This is my favorite lipstick, you guys. I can't use any other lipstick besides my Gucci one. This is amazing, and I love Peachy Nude, and I also love Pure Hollywood. Those are my two favorite. There's a new shade I want. They launched a few other shades that I want to say that I want to pick up because they're so good. And you guys know I love my Polite Society OG. I use that and my Buxom one the most. Those are the lip glosses, like the lip plumping lip glosses I always reach for, you guys. They're just so, so good. But another product, now I'm so happy, and you guys will, I'm gonna be doing this eyeshadow look in just a second, but the Pop Shots are back from Charlotte Tilbury. And I talked about these last year, and then she only brought them out for the holidays. And I thought they went away forever, and then she brought them back out this holiday season. So I think it's gonna be a holiday thing, but I picked up a couple of new shades. I got the new Pillow Talk shade, that one, or just I picked up one new shade, and then one I didn't have. And that Pillow Talk, I'm not really a pinky kind of girl, but that one is like more of a frosty pink, like a flattering pink. It doesn't make you look like you have pink eye. So I will be creating that look in just a second, but you will have already seen that video. And I also picked up Smoky Quartz. So I already talked about these in the last video. I don't want to go through them, but really gorgeous. And I also love this Too Faced, and these are the Too Faced Disco Crush, and this is in the shade Hypnotic, and I did a short on this. This is such a beautiful formula, you guys. Gorgeous. Reminds me a lot of the Pop Shots. It has that opacity and that sparkle that are just chef's kiss, so pretty. And I've been really, really loving my Rose and Bend brushes, you guys. I am so impressed with that line. And I'm so grateful to her for sending those over to me. I had asked her because I really wanted to try out more of her brushes. And I really love the E26, I want to say, is the eyeliner brush. And I will have demoed that in the last video and also in the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm, which we'll get into in just a second. And I went through all the brushes in that video, but those are the ones that I reach for the most because I never was a wing liner kind of girl, but I like to just do like a little flick right there with that brush, and it just kind of lifts my eyes up because I'm finding that they're drooping down a little bit, just a little bit. And then I love this one for bronzer, and I applied that with my Gucci bronzer, as you guys already saw, but this is such a good brush, and this is the C40, and it just, again, has like that Patrick Tall dome, like a contour shape where it just really just contours to the skin. So incredibly amazing. Which leads me to my Rougher and Alexandra Anel collection. Those brushes I have been using non-stop, you guys. And the ones I use the most are 13 and 14. I just love these for eyeshadow looks, especially for my ladies with smaller eyes or hooded eyes or mature eyes. This really just gets in there, deposits pigment, but blends out at the same time. Love, love, love. All right, Glam fam, so I'm dropping in a quick insert right here because after I was editing this video, I realized how much I don't really care for this L'Oreal skin tint. I wore it on a run the other day, and I know I don't usually wear makeup when I work out, but sometimes on Sundays when I do, or Saturday mornings when I do a run and we like to go out for brunch afterwards, I just like to look a little presentable, so I like a little something, which is why I like the skin tints. But unfortunately, that one just doesn't hold up in humidity or hot weather, or if I'm sweating. So if I'm just wearing the L'Oreal skin tint for like a couple hours, it's fine. But I don't want a skin tint that I can't wear for beyond that. I want a skin tint that I can wear all the time. So that's not one I would ever repurchase again, but it's not bad for just like running to the grocery store for a couple hours. But for me, the Maybelline skin tint is a much better foundation skin tint in my opinion. So if I were to do that combo again, I would definitely mix the NARS with the Maybelline, which I was doing before I was mixing the L'Oreal one. And the only reason why I was using the L'Oreal because it was a little bit darker for my self tan, but I'm not going to be self tanning as much now. This is the one I've been reaching for the absolute most. This is the Chanel Les Beige, and I did a video comparing this to the CoverGirl one, which I did not care for. This is just a much better product, and this is what I have on today. And let me tell you guys, you can totally do this glamorous, or you can do it very, very natural. This is one of, as you can tell, like I'm almost out of this product. This is, for me, one of the best products. In that video, I compared the shade medium, but this is actually light, and I like light better on me. I just think it's a much better shade for me, but it just blends right in. It wears beautifully throughout the day. I'll show you some outside footage of what that looks like on today. And I have been doing this makeup look and this eyeshadow look the last several days, this one and that look right there. So let me know in the comments if you guys want me to recreate this eyeshadow look or the one right there. So if you want me to do both, I'll do both. And I've just been going back to products that I absolutely love. Like my Surratt eyeshadows were in that look right there. And I love that look with my Chantecaille eyeshadow in Cheetah. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't tell you how gorgeous that eyeshadow is. And after playing around with the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't really care for that Pop Shot shade, the Smoky Quartz that I had talked about in the previous video when I was talking about the Pop Shots, because they just released some new shades, or just one new shade. But I picked up Smoky Quartz thinking I was really gonna like that one just because it was so similar to my Chantecaille one, but I absolutely love my Chantecaille one so much better. You guys, this one is the most beautiful, beautiful shade. And I'm sorry, it's the elephant one. The cheetah one is a lighter shade, but this is the elephant one. This gives the most gorgeous sparkle on the eyelid. I can't tell you guys how many compliments I get when I wear this shadow. It is so pretty. I don't have this one on today. I actually just have Rare Beauty on my eyelids today, but so, so beautiful. And then this is the blush I've been reaching for the most. And this is the Tom Ford, and this is an explicit flush. And this is the combo. And I use like the darker one, and then this one just kind of blurs everything out afterwards. But I love this blush so much. This is so worth it if you want to pick this up, treat yourself, or if you have a gift card at any point. This is one. I used my points on this, so I didn't pay the amount that they charge, which is outrageous. But let me tell you guys, it just looks so beautiful on the skin. And speaking of blush, this is by far my favorite cream blush ever made, and I've been talking about this, and I have a short on it. This is the Swede Beauty Air Blush, I should say, and it has this like almost like this bouncy texture, and I want to say it's going to be a lot like the Chanel new version of the cream to powder type blushes, which I haven't tried yet. I'd love to try those out, but this I think has a little bit more pigment than those, so that's why I like this one. It doesn't take a whole lot, and I really like it with the Hourglass blush brush. So I talked about how I tried to use this one with a powdered blush. This is the number 15, but they specifically designed this brush to go with their liquid cream blush, which I heard is beautiful, but it has coconut derivatives in it. So I don't use that liquid blush, or I didn't buy that one, but I did buy the brush just because I like my other Hourglass brush I always use. So I thought, let me try this one because I use the other one for contouring. And let me tell you guys, with this product, and because I have smaller cheekbones, this really doesn't go all over the place, which I like. But this right here, this combo, earlier this morning when I went for a 5-mile run, I wore this and it did not budge. I wore it with just these two products. I didn't really do anything else. And oh, I did my, I had some dark circles and I was going to breakfast afterwards. So I did my Beautiful Skin Concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. This is one I use a lot on the weekends to kind of preserve my hourglass. And when I don't really want a ton of coverage, I use that. And I just do a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick in shade 3 like I already showed you guys, but absolutely love that. So those are products that I forgot to mention in that video that I wanted to include in my favorites. And then a couple other are my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've been pulling this out because I told you guys it was one of my favorites when I did the Gucci highlighter, and I will mention that the Gucci highlighter is definitely on my favorites, but I really love this highlighter too. I would say this one, that's what I have on, and I'll show you guys how I applied it because I was doing it for a short. This one, the Gucci one, and the Rare Beauty are my favorite. If you like that, I want my highlighter to show up, and because I have this red lip gloss that I was doing for a City Beauty short, I thought it would be really pretty, and oh my god, combination with red lips. Oh, you guys know I never wear red lips, but I thought it'd be beautiful with like this red cranberry lip for the holidays. And if you like that bling bling highlighter, this is your girl right here. And it just doesn't accentuate any texture. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this is the other product. This is the Hourglass Trio, and this is the volume 3. I think I already mentioned this in the video though. But anyway, I have been reaching for this. Every time I finish off my looks with this and my Sweet Beauty powder. These are like my two finishing powders. This is for like all over the face, and this is just to kind of blend my bronzer and my blushes together. Chef's kiss, let me tell you. Amazing. And then I have been using this puff a lot. This is the Stands Out Beauty Puff. I brought it up earlier in the video. I said they don't wash well, but let me tell you guys, there's something this really does nicely. I don't know what it is. I really like the small one a lot, but I do use the big one, and they come together in a set. So that's amazing. And they were on the Amazon Prime deals. So I will always let you guys know when there's a good deal, but I love these puffs so much. They are so good. And you guys know I love my Makeup Forever ones, but those are some really good dupes, and that's a little bit better price, and you can get a little bit faster, and you don't have to pay for shipping and all that with Amazon. So these are like the 3 palettes I travel with. I know, I travel with a lot. That would be the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm. I can't stop using that. I literally use it for every eyeshadow look lately. And then my little Z palette I make, and then my Viseart Neutral Mattes. You guys know this is just so good. So good. But I have been really, the Natasha Denona Gold palette and the I Need a Warm. These 2 palettes I reach for constantly. They're just the best. But the I Need a Warm, which I'm going to be doing the eyeshadow look with today to mix it in with the Pop Shots, this color story is just... this formula, I don't know what she did, but it just to me is so spectacular. All right, you guys, I have a huge mess on my desk I need to clean up, plus I need to film this other video, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little monthly favorites, showing you guys my favorite base routine right now as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click that post notification bell, join our beautiful glam fam. We're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. When you guys hit the like button and say hello, it really does help my videos out, and I really appreciate it. Plus, I love talking with you guys all the time. It's such a joy to me. It really is. And that is my website right there, where you can just scan that QR code, and that blog has a wealth of information on there, so I'd love for you to join me over there. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper